Time's money, 30 seconds, 3 other stories for you. Senator Harry Reid saying he has no regrets that he lied about Mitt Romney not paying his taxes. And because he said it on the Senate floor, he cannot be prosecuted. Jon Stewart's Daily Show replacement, Trevor Noah, he has made anti-Semitic jokes on Twitter. And he's been very condescending towards America. Exactly what he said, 12:35, this program today. Yet another promising item of research on cancer, a new drug that reduces the size of tumors in mice. We asked Doc Siegel, will this experimental drug eventually treat humans? It's all of it coming up, I should say. Let's get back to President Obama. Caving on both the Iran nuclear deal and the climate change treaty. That's my interpretation of his actions in those two areas. The Democrats in the Senate, however, they are beginning to fight back. Joining us now, special report host Bret Baier. Hi, Bret. How close are the Democrats in the Senate to getting the 67 votes they need to override a presidential veto?
By all accounts, they're only a couple away. We've heard 3, maybe 2, maybe even 1 vote away from that 67 supermajority that would enable them to override a presidential veto. And that's what really these negotiations going into another day are about from the American side. Secretary Kerry has to come back with something tangible, something to take to Democrats on Capitol Hill. Already Republicans are very critical of this whole operation, but Democrats who are critical of it, something tangible to say, give us time. Otherwise, they're going to move forward with this bill, and they may very well get to the 67 needed. And once you get to that number, it could be 85 who then jump on and say, you know what, I agree.
The bill you're talking about is the sanctions bill, added sanctions to Iran if they don't meet the agreement in Switzerland. So you're saying then that they have a bill, impose more sanctions on Iran, the president would veto that bill, goes back to the Senate, and they probably will get the required votes to override that veto, which would destroy the Iran negotiations, I think.
Sure. It would essentially mean the U.S. would have to step away and that the sanctions would automatically increase from congressional action. And that is something the administration has fought tooth and nail and pushed back against. But without any tangible results, Stuart, you're not going to see any of these lawmakers say, you know what, this is a great deal to keep on going.
Why now? What pressures are Senate Democrats responding to make them come up with these votes to override the veto?
Frankly, they're reading the reporting of what is or is not in the deal. To be fair, we don't know behind closed doors all of the details. But everything we're hearing about the reporting, if it's accurate, suggests that the U.S. continues to tick and move closer to Iran on this negotiation and not the other way around.
Can you think of anything, I know it's reporting about what's going on behind closed doors, but is there anything that we have gotten as opposed to what we have given away?
No, I can't really list anything specifically. Even, you know, the number of centrifuges. We battled apparently over that for several weeks until you got to a position where the U.S. was saying, okay, 6,000 spinning centrifuges for enriched uranium is fine with us, a number that the Israelis and other experts say is a little disconcerting. But fine, you got to this number, but then you get to the final day and they say, Iran says, you know what, we're going to keep the enriched fuel in the country instead of exporting it to Russia. That is a totally different deal. And now the U.S. seems to be letting that happen.
Would it be true to say that Prime Minister Netanyahu's speech to Congress still resonates with Senate Democrats?
Definitely. Definitely. I mean, listen, there was all that political uproar and about the process, and he should have notified the White House and all of the back and forth on that. But on the substance of the issue, I think there are many Democrats who line up with Netanyahu on the substance of the danger of Iran.
Bret Baier, we will be glued tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern to Special Report on the Fox News Channel. Thanks for joining us, Bret.
Thanks, Stuart.
Yes, sir.